Merry Christmas! Today is Christmas Eve and it's the last day of Beermas. It's December 24th. We only have one more beer to go. I'd like to first begin by, having a bit of a memory of some of the good times and bad times we've had here. All these different beers we've had, they've all been interesting. Some of them bad, some of them good, interesting, but let's just remember some of the most notable ones. Let's see, there was the Trainwreck Barley Wine, which might very well be one of the worst beers I ever had. I've washed it out, but I wonder if I can jog my memory just by smelling the damn thing. No, it's clean now. It is clean. Wow. Let's see here. I also have, the December 1st's Anxiety Ale. The only time I had any ale with beetroot in it. I mean, that alone was interesting. A lot of people were pretty mixed on the flavor. At first, I thought it was okay, but yeah, it's definitely a divisive one. Let's see, and oh yeah, the chocolate raspberry one, which I had to pour out as well. It was. I saw some people actually liked it though. So if you think if you like raspberries, you might care for it. But I just fucking hated it. But I did see some people online who actually liked it quite a bit. Unlike the barley wine, which is pretty much universally despised, I only saw one person who actually said they liked it. Oh, man. Let's see here. Some of these I'm having trouble remembering the actual stuff, so you might have to rely on my old video. Finally got a chance to do... I already did Shortwave, Blue Buck. I put all the old ones over here, it looks like. I didn't even think about that. Double Dragon, that's not an old one. Keller Beer, I still haven't looked that up. I should have done that. The Oatmeal Stout was legitimately one of the best beers Phillips has ever made. Apparently, they only bring this out for specials. They don't normally produce it, but it was legitimately one of the best beers they've ever made, and they're a very good company, so that says a lot. Highly recommend you try it out if you see it. It's over here. Mosaic was pretty okay. Yeah, things are... Let's see. I finally got a chance to do my Hop Circle review. It's still one of my favorite beers of all time. And Pilsner, I never actually had their Pilsner before. Until now. Alright, let's get to the point. Get to the chase. We got one more beer to go. 24th. I really hope it's a memorable one because this is the showstopper, the big finale, the climax. We gotta have a good beer for this. And it'll just kill me if Phillips does a generic one. Not generic. Why do I keep using that word? An old one. One they normally produce, like Hop Circle or Blue Buck. I don't think there's any left that they have in regular rotation. So I'm optimistic. Let's do it. Okay, 24. That's right there. I did it. Finally did it. Ooh. Well, this looks interesting. Phillips Brewing and Malting Company Baltic Porter. Yeah, it's got a old school drawing of some guys fighting an giant octopus. Full-bodied sweet roasted malt flavors meld with toffee and dark fruit that rise from the depths. Brace yourself, matey. There's a storm a-brewing, and it might pull you under if you go overboard. Whoa. 10.2%. I know I was looking for that one on here. Yep. I've been waiting for this one because it's got even more alcohol than the barley wine at 10, which was 10%. This one has 10.2%. Actually, you know what? I don't really need this box anymore now, do I? A lot more room now, huh? Guess you can't even see the fireplace. I need to redo that shot, but whatever. So this should be interesting. It's going to be a hefty one. Baltic Porter. Granted, the Baltics are pretty close to Russia, which is known for their porters. Well, okay, that's just a name for them, of course. It's not actually Russian for the most part. But it's funny because the international one, I remember seeing there was originally I was trying to get an international advent calendar, but all the liquor stores ran out. Except for one of my clients, which actually had it, and I could have waited out for that, but I got Phillips instead. I'm pleased with what I, in the end, chose to do, but I want to try that international one next year. That one had a beer from Estonia on it, I remember, which I'd never been to Estonia. I've certainly never had a beer from there. Granted, as a result, I don't know much about the beer culture of Estonia or the rest of the Baltic states of Latvia and Lithuania. So let's try it out. Alright. Pretty much what you expect from a porter. Black beer. The head is white, not tan, like many of them are. Goes down a bit towards brown near the bottom. Fizzy. That's always good. I don't know why I always say that for these porters. It's because I had one bad experience that just got me thinking they were supposed to be less fizzy than normal, but that's not necessarily the case. Anyway. Ooh. I smell honey. Like there's a pretty strong scent of honey in there. Bit of sugar, regular, not sugar. I guess caramel would be the word. I know I mentioned toffee, same difference. Yeah, I'm smelling honey and caramel on the top of it. Very interesting. He mentions dark fruit. Dark fruit? What the fuck is dark fruit? Anyway, let's go. Last beer. Mmm. This is pretty complex, actually. The first thing I taste in it is grape. It tastes very similar to grape. I guess that's what they mean by dark fruit. I taste grape. Yeah, grape. And it ends with a bit of a toffee caramel kind of flavor at the end. It's quite nice, actually. I mentioned in my previous one that some of the beers were mostly just showcasing a certain kind of hops without adding actual complexity to it, making it just a pure showcase for hops. This is legitimately a complex beer with an interesting flavor. It's not too often you hear that you'd say the words grape in flavor of beer, and there's no grape in it. It's just water, barley, hops, and yeast. Ooh. So it's interesting when they're able to emulate it that way with just barley, hops, water, and yeast. There's definitely a bit of a, aside from the toffee I mentioned, there's a bit of a normal coffee/chocolate whisper of a flavor at the end, which is pretty standard for a porter or a stout. But in this case, the actual base of the beer tastes so different from what you normally expect. And it's not a failure in any regard. It's delicious. I would really recommend you try this one if you see it. Especially if it's in the store, but This is probably not going to be in a store normally, except for the snow case or some sort of other special they make. Limited time only, folks. Or if you go to their brewery, they might have some for singles. But that's all the way in Victoria. So be it. Alright, well, that's it for the snow case. It's finally over. I know it's probably been a bit of a slog. I kind of repeated myself a few videos. I was certainly not as prudent as I should have been on the uploads. But I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who only come here to see the cats and are wondering why they're not here, oh, or at least just scooted off. Come on. Well, they've just been a lot more shy recently. Probably they've just gotten used to, you know, the videos. They're both fine. Sasha's just sleeping by the fireplace over there. And Aurelius is at large. He's usually wandering about a bit. He's playing with the bottle cap in a few videos. And with all this crap on the table, I guess he hasn't felt much like jumping up here. And personally, I'm kind of okay with that. He's probably going to knock a bottle over and smash it up. And Sasha's over by the fireplace, which apparently, according to this, well, Aurelius is blocking it. Anyway. I just wanted to say thank you for all the views for these few months I've been up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments. I'd like to see more. I want to hear from you. And most of all, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Maybe I'll get another review before the end of the year, but no promises, okay? Cheers. And now I finally get to throw all these fucking bottles out.